I'm not even warmed up, you idiot, man. I'm not even sweating, bro. Such a dumbass, man. I'm playing really chilly and what the fuck? He's just thinking like he's the best player when he kills me. Hmm. Hmm.
Then it's a clear. So that.
Had to smash up, pass up, natural disaster. Mama say I'm crazy, tried to take it.
100.
That shit do not matter.
Nice.
Cause my pocket's fatter. Out of space, I'm off the drugs. Feel my face on sad. Had to smash up, pass up, natural disaster. Mama say I'm crazy, tried to take me to the pastor. That shit do not matter. Cause my pocket's fatter. Out of space, I'm off the drugs. Feel my face on sad. Fuck a basic bitch, I really need a trophy. Yeah. Fuck a basic bitch, I really need a trophy. Yeah. She be sucking on my digits.
Oh my god, I shit for him!
24, I'm balling on him like I'm Kobe. Yeah. Super clutch, I'm in the fourth.
Oh my
like
god.
Ginobili. Yeah. Time is money, so I went and got a rope. Yeah. I ain't fucking with the opposition, ain't no competition.
No.
Come and get whipping in the kitchen. I've been stacking, I've been flipping, show you how I'm living.
Oh my god.
Watch me push a button to no ceilings, I go far. Fuck your bitch, you know I'm off of Hellas and X bars. Took this shit too far, fucked her in a car. I feel like a star. Pull up on a nigga.
Oh my god.
Pull up on him 40 off. I tried to take me to the pastor.
Oh my god, I'm
matter. Cause my pocket's fatter. Out of space, I'm off the drugs. Feel my face on sad. Had to smash up. Pass up. Natural disaster. Mama say I'm crazy. Tried to take me to the pastor. That shit do not matter. Cause my pocket's fatter. Out of space, I'm off the drugs. Feel my face on Saturn. Pull up on that nigga, take his bitch. Have to stop and take a pic.
Yo.
These Balenciagas not regular kicks. You know what it is? Tell me what it is. R. Kelly with the bitch, I'ma get the pissin'. Never gave a fuck about none of
That's
the
160,
competition.
oh my god.
I ain't never lacking, got my hand or a Smith. On the tour, or a glitch. Gonna Norman, told my mama, she deserve it. Here's a mansion, in a florist. Yeah, I'm the man. They compare me to ooze. Bitch, I gotta ooze. Vanilla life, take this blunt to my face. I'm just hoping the ends. I only trucking Fanny, all these.
Sondern Showtime, du teilendes Rap.
Ich bin assertiv, weil ich meine tolle Inner assertiv. Ich will fressen, dann erlag das Age. If you'll be back again. Money color spinning, going crazy, trying to live my life. Only trucking Fanny, all these riches going past me by.
Okay, I realize now that everything that I did was wrong. Okay, I realize now some things are better off said than done. Okay, I
Raduku, it's fine, we can play after this one. No. I'm done. So done. So done. So done. So done. I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. So dead. Dead. Dead. I'm dead. So dead. I fuck your mother, man. I need to open the... No. I need to die. Wait, wait, I need to go. I need to open the door. Ocağıma mı? Çay yapmasaydım keşke. What the fuck? Oh, someone else coming. What the fuck? I can't. Hello, brother. What's up, man? What's up, man? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, brother? How do you feel? How do you feel right now? Okay, bro. And I'm on it. What is this idiot doing, man? What the fuck? What is he doing? No, no, no. Fuck. Yeah, nice, man. Oh my god. Oh, meds. What an idiot, bro. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you said it. But it wasn't really easy. It was lucky, man. Anne? Mama? Ben bir tane pizza yemiştim acıktım diye. Ya? Ja?
Du musst kommen.
Warum? Oh. Ich geh einfach rein.
Mein Bruder.
Oh, Digga, moin.
Was geht? Wie hast du?
Jetzt auch schon wieder, Digga. Ja, danke. Ja, ich bin gleich da, Digga, chill.
Ist so ein Fisch.
Ja, normal, Digga. So. I need to mute myself for... Hey, I need to go AFK after this one.
Running that money I'm putting on. I know into this trend is a marathon.
braces on them. Why by the Daytona, been in the corner. Them hitters and rentals, the tag Arizona. Ain't get no diploma. Shot dice for the J's, the freshest dude in the schoolhouse. You ain't gangster, you went took the smooth route. Ran it up, now my pockets look too stout. Never enough, man, I gotta go get some more. Sold enough gas to go buy me a Texaco. Now I'm on the charts, so I'm running up screens. My niggas still got what you need though. Built my name from the ground, I ain't had no help. It's just me versus me beefing with myself. It was time I woke them up, they overslept. Run it up, still ain't out of breath.
Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. I just stack up that money, I run it up. Give a fuck about who love me, I run it up. What the fuck they gon' tell me my money? I run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
Knüpfe neue Kontakte mit den Menschen, Unternehmen und Ideen, die dir helfen können, den nächsten beruflichen Schritt zu gehen. LinkedIn. Gemeinsam ist das neue Ich.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things. I gotta just let it all out, I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about. Telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that. Telling me things about rap. Talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off track, no. Too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking. Lately I'm living in fear, wondering what if the end is so near. All of this shit going on, the shootings are strong. One shot to the head and I'm gone. I'm losing control but I can't let it go, cause I'm trying to get more. And I've been in the moment, I've been in the zone, and I'm moving alone. I don't pick up the phone when my family call, I've been doing it wrong and I don't know what's happening. Trying to get what I just been imagining, getting close and I just been examining all of the fake shit the game has been packaging. I've been keeping it real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone. I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box, nobody telling me what I should rock. Nobody telling me what I should drop, cause I do what I want and just know I don't stop. Recording till 4 in the morning, they snoring. I'm pouring my soul into every story I'm writing, producing. I mix it, I I'm building my craft and I'm not looking back. I've been going doing things I wanna do when I want to. Everybody wanna get away, but they not do. Everybody wanna copy you, but they not you. Everybody wanna be cool, but they not new. Whoa, look how I go. Gonna be a dentist, I still got the flow. Never gonna lose cause I'm still doing both. Never gonna lose cause I've been on the road. Come to your state and I'm killing the show. Know that I'm young and I still gotta grow. Know that I'm working the most, know I'm never gonna choke. And I'm looking back down on the people below. I've been keeping real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working on, every night another song. They've been quiet all along, they gon' notice when I'm gone.
Rats in this Hugo boss. How you gonna talk about boss? How? Smiles on the cut up, bro. Still piss any time and loss. How you gonna talk about boss, but still don't really wanna pay that cost? How you gonna talk about floss? 200k, I ain't giving a toss. 25 rats in this Hugo boss. How you gonna talk about boss? How? Smiles on the cut up, bro. Still piss any time and loss. How you gonna talk about boss, but still don't really wanna pay that cost? How you gonna talk about floss? 200k, I ain't giving a toss. 24 racks for this bus, 24. AP, 19 quid for the bus down rolly. Also, I got these handies twinning. Tryna do it like Zach and Cody. I was really on Clyde's, no captain. All of the up blocks know me and Mary, Louis, Gucci, Stone. I done it in drip when I back my Brody, burn that trip. Nothing long back roads, it was us they were cutting from. From my bros on a walk and my brothers gone. Me and Burns on a 6, it was nothing long. Go home and smoke on something strong. Smell that L. Brown skin with a big back, something strong. Countless times just sitting in the block, but I still had to beat that boss. Shit then. Young G's OT sitting that's bad, no 200 eats some rocks. We put the man in risen, no, we put the man in pots. Smoke that. Yeah, man, pull up 2 shots, man, pull up minimum 25 shots. 25 shots make a man go crazy. Talk about jewels and air them jewels to the death, we ain't done that lately. One now get to the bread, get to the cake, take and come page me. Ain't no if buts, baby, she already know that man's for gazy. How can a man not rate me? Wallpapers or memes, every as soon as I posted that picture. Man, they into the mix up, them man really want a match or fixture. Talk like I'm rich already, if I'm rich, then I really gotta go get richer. Them man Jordan failed, I'm guessing they all went tits up. 25 racks in this Hugo boss. How you gonna talk about boss? How? Smiles on the cut up, bro. Still piss any time and loss. How you gonna talk about boss, but still don't really wanna pay that cost? How you gonna talk about floss? 200k,
yo, 25 racks to the whack, don't tell them. Swinging my arms since Felton, whack so hard that his brethren failed him. Now he's singing like Wesley Nelson, in there for paper. I ain't no raver still, spending in Barry like Neymar. Young and compact, so he got the shaver. Cheat with the Smith, I ain't talking about Jada. I don't even need an army, even with my aunties. Till I got it on me at the pot smoke. Was welcome to the party with his money, but in Illuminati. 95 rats ain't slipping is round me. Now that I'm up, got brothers in Saudi, chilling the road, but riding the Audi. And she saying there's something about me.
25 racks in this Hugo boss. How you gonna talk about boss? How? Smiles on the cut up, bro. Still piss any time and loss. How you gonna talk about boss, but still don't really wanna pay that cost? How you gonna talk about floss? 200k, I ain't giving a
Fill the bando up with bands, get a little bro them a job. You can come get rich with us, you gon' eat or you gon' starve. Keep it certified, here to sin, I pay them not to rob. Pop out 2020 color and I'm riding in the stars. Know some people hate that I'm on top, I bulletproof the car. All the members make free bands, all packs live like they cracking cards. Juno for a fact, I keep it real, you still ain't take the chart. Why she talking crazy about me like gon' do more than my part? I can't play with my creation, give the world to my little boys. I've been saving more than I've been spending, that's what I be on. I'm a human, I'm not perfect, I know sometimes I be wrong. I'm like, come and put that pussy on me, don't be running from me. If I like it, I spend money on it, get whatever from me. Put 6 figures in your business, I do real shit. I drop cash at the dealership, they'll mail your pink slip. She make sure she keep her nails did and her wig fixed. Went to jail and that way held me down. She a real bitch, 100 rounds in a double drum. This a kill tech, Marco been in prison for a while, but he still flex.
This ain't tag, why you running from it? Suck it while he coming. When I do my little dance, get the Kelly and the Birkin. If he act up, I don't give a fuck. I'm a rich bitch. I be damn if a nigga had me crying in shit like he running me. He'll leave out and come right back, cause they know them bitches can't fuck with me. I don't understand how they go to sleep and then wake up in my business. I don't know what chain I'm putting on, my Cuban link or my tennis. I know bitches gotta be losing money, how they keep watching me win it. Told me boy, since she keep looking at it, might as well go ahead and spin it. Make a move, baby, you know what to do.
I'm like, come and put that pussy on me. Don't be running from me. If I like it, I spend money on it. Get whatever from me. Put 6 figures in your business. I do real shit. I drop cash at the dealership. They'll mail your pink slip. She make sure she keep her nails did and her wig fixed. Went to jail and that way held me down. She a real bitch. 100 rounds in a double drum. This a kill tech. Marco been in prison for a while, but he still flex. I'm like, come and put that pussy on me. Don't be running from me. If I like it, I spend money on it. Get whatever from me.
So, this shit crazy.
I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Never been for hot, never asked for more. Never. More? I just wanted some more, whatever twist. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I know hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I know hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. Now I'm up on my S-girls, all in her feelings. It's too late, darling, good as ship it sailed away from your reaching. Ain't one for preaching, but I come a long way from all the rules I was preaching. Some lessons there ain't no teaching. Gotta do it and learn for yourself. I never did want no help. They just told me he's worrying about my health. Cause I've had 4 pints and 3 shots of rum and it's 12:30. In the afternoon, not the morning. Told him it's evening time somewhere else in the world. Plus, how you think I'll make it so lit? I mean, besides the facts, I'm the shit. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I'm a hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I'm a hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. Now dreaming's the way I be scheming. Manifested, now I'm succeeding. I've read the secret, I know the meaning. You want more, you don't get there pleading, bruv. Fight for your cause, kicking and screaming. Cause I come from the shore, but the poor part. All you see is crackheads feeling. Man smoking weed and all the guys from them sides coming down the OT dealing. I push her buttons, I pull strings. I've got her hooked and due to be reeling. I ain't faking a thing, but you should take what I say with a pinch of salt. Cause I find shit funny, but that's cause you laugh in times of no hope. That's how I learned to cope. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I'm a hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I've been scummy, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at 6. I'm a hollow on fuck by the evening. I used to think I'm just dreaming. I just wanted some more, whatever twist. Think I didn't take risks to get to this sitch, don't take the piss. I'm just coming, I admit I did what I did, but I deserve this. That's why the ball got popped at when. Then the ball got. I just wanted some, whatever twist.
So hähnchensaftig tortilla-wrappig Honigsenf lecker. So schmeckt nur McDonald's. Der McWrap Chicken Honigsenf. Jetzt nur 2,22 €. Unverbindliche Preisempfehlung, nicht zu unseren Frühstückszeiten.
Der Vergleichsfall ist nicht ja, nein, sondern der Vergleichsfall ist die sogenannte Persistenz. Das heißt, das Wetter morgen wird so, wie es heute war. Das ist so das, was man in der Meteorologie als die 2/3-Vorhersage bezeichnet, weil in 2/3 der Fälle, wenn du sagst, wird morgen so, wie es heute ist, hast du in 2/3 der Fälle recht. Das ist sozusagen, also die Trivialvorhersage, die wird sozusagen als der Null.
Which play did you pick? Because I think there were maybe 30 different plays that could have been.
Yeah, I didn't actually pick a clip. I told our replay guy in the V just to pick one for me, and I would just wing it. So
okay.
Here we go. Let's see what we're dealing with. Kubu and Yusa approaching on this pretty aggressive play, looking for a challenge with Khan. Khan looks to turn it around because Gwen is, really broken as a champion. Is actually doing okay 1v2, misses the final ult charge. And then, all right, we're gonna bring it back to this moment, okay? This moment right here where Tristana does what I call a suboptimal play. You can see prior to this, the Tristana was, you know, in a position over here. Sorry, I got a circle. It's like over here, which is like a safer position. And in this position, obviously, it's not good. It's not good. So, yeah, Tristana dies. Khan, busy doing his camp. Does actually want to slide away initially with the lantern, and then bit of a diving around, but then 610 lands a Q, and it's just, you know, I kind of feel bad for Tibor. Everyone else is playing these skirmish champions. He's stuck on thirst duty, and then we get this brutalization in the top lane, which we kind of saw all game. Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky. And again, we have now seen Monk able to int in 3 different roles, so, you know.
And that right there is the peak analysis that we needed. It's fantastic. Right. I'm gonna cut it 1 minute short, guys, because I need to reset, because I'm actually going to cast now, so I'm going to leave you. So for the time being, I'll see you later. Have a good rest of the day on the desk, and yeah, bye.
fresh off a pretty chaotic game, we are returning back to some level of normalcy. Yes, hello, Jamada. I'm looking the wrong way. I look the wrong way. Just look away from you. I don't want to look at your face, Jamada. I want to look at graphics of FNATIC Rising versus Nordavind. Guys, FNATIC currently 12-3 over in Group B. Nordavind 9-6. Yeah, what are we making of these teams? You know, there's still stuff on the line this game. I need to double check. I didn't read in the break because we were kind of recovering from the madness. So, go, Jamal, talk.
Yeah, so long story short, Riddle are still one game behind FNATIC and can tie them up to force a tiebreaker, right? And it's against Kova. That's the final game of the day. So realistically, FNATIC do need to win this game to avoid the tiebreaker.
Mein
so
Kumpel, dieser LOL-Suchti, der ist FNATIC-Member geworden. Ich gucke jetzt Livestream.
And for Nordavind, bit of a nothing game, right?
Yeah, there's pro player jetzt.
Move in the standings whatsoever. So it's more about kind of just pride and playing upset for Nordavind more than anything else.
Das gibt's auch in CSGO, dies, das, FNATIC-Member jetzt. Ja, FNATIC Rising gegen Nordavind, DNB, Digga, ich fühle es immer so.
As well, because
ich weiß
they've
nicht.
lost everything. They've now got the Jaw, mid lane, is their new mid laner. So it's going to kind of be on how is this new FNATIC going to be looking. Diana, LeBlanc, and Diego, and the fresh taken away so far in the ban phase. See how this game's going to pan out, Foxy.
It's definitely going to be different than what we just had because Diana and Thresh, you know, not going to be able to put those up. So still some open picks. Still some things available. The Astro Yone worked pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately in this game, but Zin is still available. Nordavind doesn't ban it here. That's you got some pretty solid picks right there. I'm curious to see whether Tom Kench starts making more of a showing as well, by the way, as a champion in general. Spene said it was broken, and you know, these kind of newly reworked champs, maybe, you know, they have potential.
He made a pretty good case. I mean, I think a lot of the adjusted champions, right? All of them, Dr. Mundo, Lilia, Irelia, all room for them to be in this mirror as well on Tom Kench. So they are going to avoid the Zinzao ban. Will FNATIC just lock it up? Because it seems to be pretty much.
Ja, ich habe mit dem in der Schule gestritten, mit dem in der Schule, und der hat mir das gesagt.
Don't worry, I think Pride always offers the.
Ich habe dann gesagt, Digga, ich will zuschauen. Und dann hat er mir einfach vor 2 Tagen so geschrieben, am Dienstag 21 Uhr in der
Expecting the Zinzao, and when you do see the Zinzao, you usually tend to pair up with not only heavy engage, but also one utility champion on top of it, just to make it extra obnoxious. We'll see if that is the path that FNATIC want to choose. Nordavind, however, they're going to immediately lock in the Lee Sin, hovering the Tristana. I wouldn't be surprised to see it locked in. It will be. It's already sort of a strong foundation for a lot of flexibility in their draft. And of course, a lot of AD, so they will likely lock in an AD champion on that final rotation. FNATIC immediately looks like Calista and Norless in rotation, so they're not playing. They want to play aggressive in the bot side when they've got that Zinzao.
So do you think this Tristana is going to be
über 3000 Spielstunden, Digga, safe.
I mean, I think when you're dealing with Calista plus Norless, it's kind of a toss-up because you could realistically lock in something like Varus trying to match the name, like Prowess on the Chrisberg side of things. You could also kind of need a support in this position right now, which is why we're seeing the Alistar come in. The other option could have maybe been Braum, but I think you need immediate sort of peel / disengage, which Braum can't necessarily provide just by pressing a button immediately. So I don't mind this here. Tristana, though, it's definitely a tough question. I think Sharp, he's a pretty decent player as well. So
ich dachte, oh.
It's more like, will Curb be willing to also play AP on the top side if we see the Tristana shift up to Ericsson and then have something in the bottom side? There's also still the Ziggs available. Silas by the way, because you've got the Alistar. A lot is going on in this draft, actually.
Ich glaube, das hier wird pro Minute gezählt oder so, und das ist jetzt, also diejenige, das wird gleich 1, weil nach einer Minute
Absolutely are into the second ban phase. Silas, the Camille banned away. Maybe just gonna see something else that's a bit flexible.
Gerade ist Bannphase,
deswegen. Still got like top lanes you can look towards. You've got things like the Wukong.
Wenn ihr mich den Pizza, deswegen. Nein, man, ging gar nicht mehr, Digga. Ich hab so
Any roaming potential from the new FNATIC mid laner? FNATIC now. Or if Danger wants just to ban the Wukong here.
I think Nordavind are actually looking at Twisted. Not
Twisted Fate, they're looking at Kali
potentially with these two bans. Those two bans also scream out that to me. LeBlanc's removed off the table as well. I wonder if FNATIC are going to have the same read on this or not, whether they're just going to ban away another Kerberos champion like the Wukong. Like you said, it will be that. And if we do see something like this locked in, it will be 100% Tristana at the bottom side. Let's see. It's just what I'm reading off these bans. It could, of course, be like literally anything else. Another control mage for Ericsson, or again another AD carry for Chrisberg, and then they look to pick up an AP champion either in the top side or in the jungle. They put Curb on the Lee Sin. Loads of options still for Nordavind. And okay, looks like instead we're going to see something a little more static in the mid lane. Orianna, I think against a champion like Kalista, you need some kind of zone control as well when it comes to the team fights. And Orianna provides just that.
And now you got to get a strong mid for FNATIC so that you can actually use this Xin.
Yeah.
And make you know, just not waste the pick. Get something strong that can have mid prior. I absolutely hate it when people draft
in no setup or like no priority in the mid lane. It feels
exactly.
Really bad to
Oh,
watch.
der spielt safe Diana, Digga.
Okay, to be fair, you laugh. This is a pretty good rotation here if they also decide to lock in someone like Mundo, because then they've got a strong weak side top side. Yep. They've got the Seraphine to buff up the Xin Zhao, and the Seraphine, in my mind, should gain priority over the Orianna. So that gives all the freedom in the world to Maxi to just roam to whatever side of the map he wants. In this case, it should just always be the Kalista Nautilus lane. So Nordvin, I need to see something really strong to maybe try and punish this Mundo in the top side, because I think when it comes to the bottom side, chances are you're probably going to have to sack this. And I think it's immediately from the get-go going to have to be a bit of a cross-map game. Something like Fiora would be spicy. And honestly, I don't think Mundo can survive the scaling of a Fiora in the side lane once you hit like that 25-minute 2-iron mark. This is a really big curveball for me, which I think can pay dividends if Curb doesn't fall behind.
I mean, just as a point as well, Kerberos played a lot of Mundo when he got reworked. So if anyone's going to know what handles that lane well, it is going to be Kerberos. He's going to have a pretty good understanding of these matchups. But I'm going to throw it to you, Foxy. What are FNATIC's win cons here, and what are Nordvin looking to do as well?
So I think whenever you've got the Seraphine in mid, you're always looking to be more like grouping up, and you're looking to play more through like you know, that kind of style. You've got some decent pick potential as well. I think is a little bit underrated, especially when you look at the side of Nordvind. But to be honest, like I just think like Joanna said, the curveball of Fiora, that to me is going to hinge a lot on how both teams want to play, because that's a question you have to answer. You know, either attacking the side lane or grouping up and forcing her to then like respond likewise.
And not only that, for me, the FNATIC focus should be on these dragons, right? Because you've got such strong like bottom mid side. So usually, you know, this isn't really a split push meta. Fiora is probably going to be on a timer, especially if we get, you know, an Inferno or a Mountain or something like that, which can pressure Nordvin into coming towards these dragons in team fights. So maybe if they can sneak away a dragon, really big for them. It would really delay the game. But if FNATIC do start to snowball these dragons, the ticking time bomb of Fiora can be a little bit offset.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to pass it over to our casters. You can see we've done a switcherino, so it's going to be Scoundrel and Orcs. Over to you guys.
I'm currently muted. Thank you very much, Hip Rain, for sort of taking over our role. Me and Orcs are going to go and jump in and do some casting for you. And this is actually a game that does mean a significant amount. You know, FNATIC win here. They secure first spot in Group B. It means we'll have no playoff or no tiebreaker situations to go through when we get to Thursday. And it means that for one of the first times in a long time, the NLC will be settled as the regular season ends. Talked a little bit about win cons. You heard on the analyst desk there, Orcs. I want to now pry into how you think that these teams need to win. Obviously, Fiora offers you a good split push win condition. I think we can all see that. But, you know, on the FNATIC side of things, what are they looking to do to ensure victory in this game?
I think the fact that you can be able to have priority mid from the Seraphine, the fact you got a really strong early skirmishing jungler, that mid jungle should be coming out ahead, and then you can transfer that pressure bot, free up. If your support finds an opportunity to get freed up, they can also move mid. You move between these two lanes, applying pressure and consistently finding a numbers advantage to make plays happen. I think that's the main focus for them. They want to get Bean ahead in particular. They want Maxi to be strong. Pride will kind of just be left to his own devices. We may see some attention put up there only when they're like wanting to help him out, saves waves at a bad spot. For the most part, though, they are playing for this bot side of the map.
Hallo Ikai?
Ja?
Oh,
es geht los mit Dario, Digga, ich seh ihn. Aber jetzt ist es losgegangen. Er spielt Sona, Digga.
Wo guckst du, Ikai?
NLC, lol.
Ich auch, da reden gerade so zwei, gell?
Ich hab grad Dario gesehen, Digga.
Ich hab den auch gesehen, FNATIC Dario.
Er spielt Sona,
Mach mal so, dass ich dich perfekt höre und den Kommentator auch.
Der spielt Sona, ich spielt Sona, Simmel.
Ja, ich sehe FNCR Dario.
Der hat halt seinen Namen geändert wegen Ding, FNATIC Member. Boah, Digga, ich bin gespannt.
Digga, bitte, der soll... Was ist?
Nee, er spielt nicht Sona, er spielt Ding. Er spielt Seraphine, Digga. Der ist neu, der Charakter.
I feel like you'd be waiting for a bit too long for that to come in, whereas the true
Guck mal, wir alle im Busch campen, siehst du es unten rechts?
Ja, Mann.
A matchup that you can look to kind of punish in the later stages. And again, team fighting is going to be rough for the most part. There will
Ich bin mir Raketen, wie gut Spieler spielen.
Das wirst du halt nicht richtig erkennen, weil jeder Leben schwitzen wird.
Guck mal, da oben links ist der, siehst du?
Der ist Midlaner, ich sehe gerade. Ja, ich spiele Seraphine.
Guck mal, da ist kein Bild von Dio, siehst du es? Da wurde das Bild angezeigt. Unten links.
Ja, genau. Man kennt ihn halt nicht, man kennt ihn halt noch nicht.
Nein, der hat sich, glaube ich, noch kein Bild machen lassen. Auch.
Doch, der hat machen lassen.
Achso. Ich geurteilt, Digga, mehr Raketen, dann will ich gerne sehen, wie der aussieht.
Weil der ist neu ist, Digga, Ding. Vielleicht ist es auch nur erst Testphase, ich weiß ja nicht. Ich kann behalten, dass er gerade übelst nervös spielt, ne?
Digga, was für nervös, Digga, wenn die kalt diesen Rum beim Spielen.
Er steht schon einfach.
Guck
mal, da gibt's sogar NVD-Clans im Moment. Da ist ja auch Ding Endretter und so. In Fortnite.
Ja.
Is less impactful than changing jungle and support. I think jungle and support just makes such a massive impact.
Die sagen, wir reden gerade über den.
Maps. Often there are very active roles with regards to sort of orchestrating plays, and I think those changing is why Excels have had a big issue. But you know, for the mid lane, Deja in this situation is playing the Seraphine. He's fanning Prow, assisting his Jin Zhao. I think FNATIC probably aren't going to have like a massive power deficit from trying to incorporate him with the roster. Obviously there will be changes.
Ich spiele mit deutschen Gameplay nur.
I think they should still be.
Ich glaube schon, ja.
Hat gerade den Kommentator gerade irgendwie versucht, Deja auszusprechen oder Dio.
They've kind of lost that as Chris Briggs been able to push the wave out. So I think this is kind of just going to be a bust.
Ich glaube, das ist nicht gut, dass er Seraphine spielt, hat er gesagt.
Muss er das spielen?
Ich glaube, das ist nicht so gut, dass er das spielt, hat er gesagt. Ich weiß nicht, weil die nicht so viel Power dann haben oder so, keine Ahnung.
Aber der muss spielen, was die dort sagen, gell?
Safe. Ah nee, Safe hat er sich selbst so ausgesucht und die haben so abgesprochen und so.
Ja.
Aber Pros, mit Pros können eh alles spielen. Oh, First Blood haben die. Ey, seine Mates verkacken voll. Ah nee, da oben gewinnt der, komm. Jawohl. Du glaubst gar nicht, wie krass Bock ich gerade auf LoL krieg, gell?
Ich bin scheiße, aber ich krieg so Bock auf LoL, dass ich auch irgendwie so gut werde und Challenger werde. Aber dann hat er irgendwie wie kacke ich bin, da hab ich gar keinen Bock mehr.
Ja, man braucht halt, in jedem Spiel braucht man halt Erfahrung, Spiel. Wenn wir 20 Jahre lang DayZ spielen, werden wir auch Gods. Morex ist also, ja, Niklas ist auch nur gut in Rainbow, weil er so gesuchtet hat, totgesuchtet hat.
It was very clear that Nordvin wanted to contest the top side skull because they lost bot side. And I mean, we'll get a replay.
Voll weit vorne, gell? Was passiert gerade bei dir?
Bei mir, ich gucke gerade Botlane. Wie die verkacken.
Jump on the Callista and burst her before she has a chance to stack the rend. On the top side, I mean, Kerberos just
man sieht gerade Recap.
Oh, das Ding hat einen Kill. Ding Dio.
You know, Sharp makes this very risky decision to
try
to get away, and it backfires so massively. You know,
ey, das war so dumm. Ey, was er gemacht hat, war so dumm gerade eigentlich.
Der mir unten Botlane gerade.
Nein, dieser Sau, King Sau, Sin Sau, wie der auch heißt. Ich hab's vergessen. Der hat mit seinem Stab den weggeschubst, obwohl es Free Kill wäre, aber die haben den Kill trotzdem gekriegt.
So the top side of the map has been good for FNATIC so far, has recovered from what was a 2v2 kill, and I've got to say Nordvin's bot lane has been pretty solid, all split long. Chris Burgers.
Ja, Sin Sau heißt der, ich hab's gesagt, ja, genau so war's.
Touch playing what I think is probably just his best champion, like outright his best champion.
Er spielt Dr. Mundo, Digga. Ich hasse den Charakter. Dario hat aber noch nichts verkackt. Nicht ein Tod, nicht ein Kill.
Was?
Ding Olli hat noch nichts verkackt.
Er hat einen Kill.
Hat den Kill?
Ja.
Als ob?
Ja.
Ah, gut.
Runden 1, oh, Alan, der hat 40. Guck mal, 1-0-0-40 Vasallen gefahren. Minions.
Das ist aber normal. Der hat nichts verkackt einfach fast.
Runde geht seit 5 Minuten, der ist schon Level 5 dann. Bei mir, ich bin in 5 Minuten erstmal Level 2.
Is going to be warded off. I believe he managed to get the Grump prior to that, so it's not a complete loss, but it kind of just feels like
Hoffentlich nimmt man gleich Oliver Hopstad, so Kommentator ausschlachtet.
Das wäre so geil, Digga.
Ich will so fühlen.
FNATIC wird dann so. Ich glaube, FNATIC hat eigentlich ausgesorgt, indem wir den gewählt haben. Der ist so gut. Wenn nur um jetzt geht er mit dem. Ich hatte mal 2 Runden oder so mit dem gespielt. Das war so safe vor 3 Jahren ungefähr.
Kannst du mal kurz wiederholen? Ich bin gerade ein bisschen abgepackt, ja?
So vor 3 Jahren oder 4 Jahren habe ich mal mit dem gespielt. Der war da schon ultra krass, ne?
Ja.
Ich frage mich jetzt, wie der jetzt ist.
Gut genug für E-Sport.
Ja, Maurice, da ist Olli. Ich schau gerade Olli zu. Dario, der spielt Midlane.
Das ist schon krank, dass man so weiß, dass jemand aus IGS, also IGS
ja, Mann. Ich hab das dem auch gesagt, Digga. Einer, der gut ist in irgendeinem Spiel in meiner Schule, Digga.
Wenn man so vorstellt, da sitzt gerade jemand in Berlin dazu oder irgendwo, der in IGS-Gebäude 2 eigentlich ist. Das ist schon krass.
Ich gönn's dem so mies, Digga.
Hoffentlich gewinnen die heute.
Ja, Mann, ich bete auch. Ich find's nur schade, dass man keine Facecams sieht, Digga.
Ja, das ist kein LAN-Turnier, deswegen. Das ist ein Ding-Turnier. Dieses NVD spielt irgendwo in ihrem Bootcamp und FNATIC spielt in ihrem Bootcamp.
Ja, genau.
Aber es gibt noch LAN-Turniere, da gibt es so Facecam, die spielen alle in einem Raum.
Ja, ich weiß, das ist so geil.
Inshallah, wir gehen olur, dann können wir den
ja,
zuschauen.
Mann, das ist ja so geil.
Dann gibt es 100% Facecam, deswegen.
Has the edge in the 1v1 and is starting to kind of accelerate that through his own CS.
Guck mal, er farmt Godlegs, siehst du das? Er hat nichts gechoked. Gar kein Farm gechoked.
Wie viel Farm hat der gerade bei dir unten?
71. Sein Gegner hat 73, also nur 2 mehr.
Ich bin ein bisschen hinten, ich bin ganz drauf wieder rein.
Yeah, and then there's Dragon in 2 minutes, and I feel like, you know, if FNATIC are really hoping this is an Ocean Soul, because that comp's pretty stacked with Ocean Soul.
Sieht richtig gut für FNATIC gerade aus, ne? 4:1 schon.
A lot of sustain already, which is going to just make it even harder to take you down. So if this is an Ocean, Nordavind were kind of forced to fight at that 3rd Dragon, if not bare minimum the 4th. So does potentially put them in a rough spot, and it really depends on the outcome of what the next Dragon is. But for now, we see Nordavind leading bot side, obviously with the Herald being taken, they're free to apply pressure here. But the answer will come from Maxi when he places a Herald down and looks for a significant lead.
Wie viel Farmmax hat jetzt Oliver bei dir, Kai?
75, 76, 79.
Okay, bei mir auch, perfekt.
Ding jetzt hat aber Ding hat jetzt 10 mehr Farm, 11 mehr Farm als der, das ist nicht gut.
Aber Oliver hat einen Kill, Kai.
Ja, das ist halt gut. Ein Kill sind ungefähr 20 Farm mehr.
Yeah, I think mid might be a decent option. I feel like you
wenn er den nochmal killt, hat der Jackpot.
The double Herald mid play where you throw the first one down, get a couple of plates.
Der bekommt auch jede Minion, ne? Ich würde zu krank.
Ja.
Aber der benutzt seine Q und so für Minions. Ist gut.
Ja, natürlich ist es gut.
Wenn mal Gebiet benutzt, nicht mehr wie Box normal, also mit Wayne. Schießt nicht um normal.
Das ist nicht immer gut. Manchmal muss man schießen, sonst kriegt Tower die ganzen Minions. Und vor allem bei manchen Charakteren musst du die Fähigkeiten benutzen, damit du die stackst, damit die stärker werden, die Fähigkeiten.
Ja, was da das in diesem Spiel gibt.
Zum Beispiel bei Vega, du musst gut stacken können.
I think they're toying with the idea of throwing the Herald bot. Again, I prefer the Herald mid. I think it's a better play. But maybe fishing for a dive.
Ja, okay,
Oliver ist genauso stark wie der ungefähr.
Oh, die Kalista ist auch richtig gut.
Von wem? Von den Gegnern?
Nein, von FNATIC. Die hat gerade 2 Kills geholt. Von der Ding. Kalista.
Achso, diese blaue, gell?
Genau.
Yeah, and a ton of gold for both Maxi and Bean right now. Look at the gold difference between junglers, by the way.
Digga, können wir zu Oliver gehen,
By
ja.
all means, that is
Das ist ja Oli jetzt oben.
those are the members you want to be strong, you want to be fed with this team composition. You have the support from the Seraphine to really facilitate them. And then be in this...
Ben öyle turma koşsam biliyor musun ne olur?
Was denn?
Die Gegner hätten mich trotzdem gepusht.
Yeah, I mean, just connecting everything. And the thing is, you know, Touch is forced to go in to buy time.
Also mein Gegner.
But the problem is, there's no
Ja,
way
okay,
he gets out
ich glaube, der
here,
Gegner stirbt
The Ren is
jetzt.
stacking up on him.
Ah, nee,
He
okay.
has the ult
Der
up,
hat
but it really
geflasht.
doesn't
Okay,
matter because the Ren stacks are still there, and it's just an easy capitalization. This dive. The thing is, Maxi just does so much damage to Chris.
Ey, die haben gefühlt schon gewonnen, ne?
Him, and then here with the
5:1.
for Rux, 4 members. It's just, you know, the execution is very good. Don't
Wenn die so weitermachen, wenn 7:1, wenn die so weitermachen, easy win.
Bei mir kommt ein bisschen von hinten, 5 Sekunden deswegen.
That happened bot with Bean and Rux. They could have just killed Touch with just the 2 of them, but they made sure Maxi was there so they could not only guarantee the play goes in their favor, but also secure more of an advantage after it. And now they've taken that bot lane tier 1. It has opened up a long lane, but Kivros isn't there right now. And I think
Allgemein, guck mal die Settings, Stats an die von den Teams. NVD.
Weißt du auch was?
Guck mal,
Krass. Ja, was sag du?
NVD hat 9 Siege und 6 Mal verloren in E-Sports-Zeit, also in dieser Season. Und FNATIC hat 12 Mal gewonnen und 3 Mal verloren in dieser Season.
Das ist viel deutlich besser.
Ja. Unterm Namen, oben unterm Namen steht es. Wins
Ding ist, die können eigentlich auch im Late Game nicht mehr gewinnen, die anderen, ne? Weil die Late Game Charaktere von FNATIC sind deutlich besser. Das heißt, die haben eigentlich schon verkackt. Wenn die das noch gewinnen, vielleicht den dicksten Wesen der Welt.
Becomes an absolute monster, side lane split pusher. You can see Bramblevest is in the inventory of Pride. That's a very good like stalling item versus Fiora in the laning phase. Like it buys you some time.
Weil FNATIC hat eigentlich fast nur Late Game. Ist auf Kalista vielleicht. Dr. Mundo ist im Late Game ein Beast, Digga. Weißt du, wie viel der schluckt?
Der wo oben ist, der Tank,
genau.
oder?
Ja, der schluckt ganze Horde, Digga. Hör mir.
He's going very low here. You can see Sharp actually diving in onto
Okay, stimmt nicht, siehst du das?
Pride actually fancies his chances.
Ja, ja.
You can see Ignored have been not keen to get involved and
FNATIC
Pride
Pride.
will off the 2v1.
Warte mal ab, bis er im Late Game ist, Digga. Digga, der kann 20 Millionen Towerschüsse schlucken. Deswegen sage ich halt, wenn die das noch verlieren, vielleicht ein Besen.
It's just never going to work. So very hard to pin him in place. Kivros obviously lost a ton of HP there. So wasn't really going to be able to follow through on that play. And he will get his reset off. He will pick up his score drinker. Definitely puts him at a better spot. But I feel like the time where he really starts to take over this matchup is when he has lifesteal in this build, like a substantial amount. And then any damage the Mundo does to him, he can kind of just heal up, whether it's from the Mundo or the minions. And that's the point where it becomes very difficult to hold. But for now,
Lee Sin hat schon hart verkackt eigentlich, 0:3.
And FNATIC are, keeping that mid lane priority to position her on the next Rift Herald spawn, which will allow them to potentially open up one of the other towers on this map. Probably with the amount of resources that are piling into mid, as they are looking for a potential mid lane shove.
Weil bei Pros weiß man trotzdem nie, Digga. Am Ende machen die noch geistkrank Comeback, Digga.
Which obviously with a pick style comp with the Nautilus, the Seraphine, that one will allow them to be much more proactive in searching.
Ja, Digga, wenn Nego, hast du das gesehen?
Nein, was passiert?
Hey, Digga, ich hab noch nie so einen dummen Flash gesehen. Ich glaube, der hat sich vertippt.
Well, it just kind of feels a bit rough for Nordavind, and obviously this isn't affecting their standings. They're still going to be going to playoffs, but I feel like they haven't been really at their peak.
Der hat 100% aus Versehen geflasht gerade. 100%.
Flash ist doch dafür, dass der Gegner langsamer wird, gell?
Hä?
Flash ist doch dafür, dass der Gegner langsamer wird.
Nein, man kann damit über Wände und so fliegen sozusagen. Also du teleportierst einfach ein bisschen, so 2 Meter Entfernung.
Achso, das, ich dachte, Flash ist das, wo der Gegner langsamer wird. Oder was es auch ist.
FNATIC have been pretty consistently a solid lineup this entire split, as is the expectation, and I don't think losing against them is indicative that Nordavind are, bad, but definitely raises some question marks when you look towards playoffs, especially when you miss all your skill shots like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that raised a bit of questions. I think they were looking to get a big play onto Dejour there to allow them to open up that mid lane tier one with FNATIC committing so many resources to the top side of the map. And just to your point on this matchup and this result, I think realistically, I think you kind of touched on it, but you have to beat FNATIC at some point. You know, like if you ain't beating them here and you want to make it to EU Masters, especially because Nordavind will be going.
Olli spielt halt ultra konstant, Digga. Der weiß ganz genau, dass er nicht feeden darf, Digga. Guck mal, wie safe der spielt.
Well, it looks like FNATIC are going to win here, but let's say they do. If Tricked then beat FNATIC, you're going to have to beat them in the lower bracket finals anyway. So you're going to have to at some point be comfortable.
Das Wichtigste in dem Game ist nicht zu feeden, Digga, egal was passiert.
Consistently in a best of format, and whilst this is a best of one, things can go awry. Nordavind haven't had FNATIC's number realistically.
Okay, die kriegen jetzt. Oh, das wird ein Teamfight. Oh shit.
Sharp's got anyone's number as he gets absolutely caught out and slapped into the ground by the rest
of
the
shit. Number for the Coroner after that one, because he is just getting heavily targeted in this game. 0-4-0 now on the Beast in.
Teamfight sowieso immer beste, Eliminator.
Ja, man, das wird noch.
Es gibt nichts Besseres aus.
Ey, eigentlich, Digga, die haben schon gewonnen. Guck mal die Türme an. Digga.
Ja,
Digga, das war ja gar kein Problem für die irgendwie, gell?
Ich dachte, jetzt kommt so eine Verschwitzerei, sein Onkel, Digga, wo eine Runde so eine Stunde dauern wird.
He still needs more items, needs more time. It's not a third drive.
Der hat mich irgendwie gefickt voll.
Was ist das letzte? Oliver hat 1-0-1. Was bedeutet das?
Assist.
Ah, Mashallah, Digga.
I'm not sure they can contest the next one that comes up.
And that is a flash in onto Eric's.
Guck mal, keiner von denen hat gefeedet. Siehst du, das ist keiner von FNATIC hat gefeedet.
Unmöglich, Digga. Unmöglich, die verlieren das nicht. Die verlieren das nicht. Die verlieren das auf gar keinen Fall.
Ja, 100%. Guck mal, die Gegner.
Oh, fuck, doch, Dortmund ist tot, aber Öldor. Ah, nee, der ist Tank, der ist tot, der ist tot.
Think it's very likely that he drops here with the amount of resources committed to Pride.
Guck mal, wie der schluckt jetzt schon, siehst du das?
Ja, aber ich denke auch, dass sie safe gewinnen werden. Ich bin mir so sicher.
Guck mal, Ölmio, Digga, er schluckt.
I mean, Sharp has to take it. Yeah, Sharp has to take it. I mean, Cabros didn't have the mana for lunge there.
I don't think they wanted to waste any more
Die
time.
Gegner haben einen Kill, Digga.
It's something, they get the tower as well. It's a bit of an influx in gold.
Das war gut, was er gemacht hat, aber der wusste schon, dass er tot ist. Der hat seinen Mates Zeit verschafft, ultra viel sogar. Wenn der direkt gestorben wäre, Digga, dann hätten die unten und so nicht pushen können. Und oben in der Mitte halt. Und
so schlau, gell?
Ja,
bei mir kommt er von hinten. Bei mir kommt er ein bisschen von hinten. Ich sehe gerade, der ist mindestens 30 Sekunden die ganze abgehauen.
Ja.
Das ist so krank. Wäre es unser Mate, ne? Der wäre einfach draufgegangen, direkt in einer Sekunde.
Ja, genau.
Weil unser Mate hätte versucht zu kämpfen oder irgendwas zu machen. Oh,
das wäre voll dumm. Abhauen war gerade einfach das Beste. Und der hat auch noch Hits gegeben, um sich zu regenerieren. Das war auch gut. Daran sieht man, dass er nicht lost ist. Weil du weißt ja, wenn man Hits gibt, dann regeneriert man mit solchen Charakteren. Wenn er seine Q drückt und seine Axt wirft, dann regeneriert er, wenn er trifft.
Ja, ich hab noch nie so Bock auf LOL. Du auch, gell?
Ich hab Bock.
Ich hab auch nicht Bock.
Yes, there are TPs available, but if they get a quick engage off, maybe they can burst someone down before they hit the fact. Although,
Dejour,
Dejour, Digga. Dejour.
I think that's the opportunities Nordavind can look for if they do want to commit to a fight. Is scenarios where, like a split, you're gonna have that numbers advantage. You're gonna be able to quickly dispatch. You know, ideally being Maxi a little bit harder to take down, but if you can, they lose so much value. That's the thing with Seraphine, because she's AoE shielding and healing. Her value is sort of augmented by how many champions are there with her.
Kerberos still isn't there yet, by the way. Still not able.
Man, aus so einem Spiel haben die keine Fingerkämpfe mehr, Digga. Die drücken doch die ganze linke Maustaste durchgehend.
Es gibt auch Hotkeys, Himmel.
Hey, wie denn das?
Du kannst auch Gegner auch schlagen mit Hotkeys. Du musst nicht unbedingt immer auf den Gegner drauf.
Die spielen safe dann alle damit.
Ja, machen wir auch.
Go down to Pride. Little bit of a mismanagement there.
Wie Dr. Mundo läuft, ist legendär, gell?
Yeah, honestly, favorable play for the side of Nordovin, 1-for-1, but they get a massive shutdown onto that.
Vielleicht ist aber dein Supporter, wie der gelaufen ist. Wie hieß der nochmal?
I feel like, you know,
Supporter, Ding, meinst du bei FNATIC?
Nein, bei dir, wo wir gespielt hatten, der so dumm läuft.
Ich überlege gerade, wen du meinst.
Den gelben, riesen, fetten.
Ah, Blitzcrank.
Ah, genau, Blitzcrank, genau, stimmt.
Oh, das hat er gut gemacht, Mundo.
Den hat den gestunt, Oliver.
Der ist explodiert, Digga, scheiße.
Immer die explodiert, wenn man mit One-Hit stirbt, gefühlt.
Ja, Mann.
Soul spawns in a minute's time here, Orcs. I don't know if that second Rift Herald actually got taken, by the way.
Yeah, they used it mid.
Oh, they used it mid. Okay, sure.
Digga, die spielen so konstant in der FNATIC.
Ja, die spielen echt todeskonstant.
2 Tode nur.
Einer Choke von denen. Ne, die haben 3 Tode.
Ah, jetzt, ja. Inshallah, Oliver Elmes.
Ja, Digga, bisher 0 Tode.
Ich will nicht, dass er stirbt. Der hat 1 Kill und 2 Assists.
Ich glaube irgendwie auch, dass er sich gerade konzentriert, nicht zu sterben, auch brutal. Weil er will auch safe bei seinen neuen Mates jetzt auch mal, der ist ja jetzt erst Ding geworden, ist ja seine erste Runde gefühlt, safe.
Ja, der will sich so beweisen.
Der will sich beweisen, safe, ja.
Streamst du gerade?
Ja, ich stream gerade.
Der ist auch der höchste Champion, ne, gerade, der ist 14.
That extra sustain probably would have been very difficult to overcome, but the extra movement
speed,
I think Nordovin can kind of deal with. Just they need to not get caught out.
Er hat halt goldig gefarmt. Guck mal, der hat 230 Farms, der will jetzt meiste Farm. Die Oriana hat mehr Farm, aber nur 10.
Ja, aber Kills, guck mal, Oliver hat dann auch noch einen Kill unterrechnet. Oliver ist gerade der Stärkste.
Oh, Dario, ich guck Dario an. Oh, Dario stirbt. Nein, Dario stirbt, Digga. Oh, Dodges, oh mein Gott.
To begin with. Now Ericsson trying to
yeah, got Dodger, Digga, holy shit.
Maxi took down Chrisberg at the same time, and as you said, Orcs, not the best look for Nordovin to go for that engage.
And you just give
so knapp, gell?
As well as the dragon. It's like they get what they want, but you gave them a bonus. So not a big fan of that plan. You can even see, like, I don't think Nordovin necessarily played that fight badly. Ericsson got like a massive shockwave, but they just couldn't find.
Aber die sind aber auch schlau gespielt, Digga. Die wussten, die verlieren den Fight, Digga, rausgegangen. Bei uns alle werden einfach reingegangen.
They will just get healed up, they will just sustain up. And that applies not just to the fact there's a Seraphine, but also Mundo, Xin Zhao, Kalista with a Vamp Step and a Shield Bow. All these champions have a ton of sustain. If they're not dying, they're gonna keep finding value. And
oh, die haben's gesagt, gell, gerade.
Was denn?
Dass sie so konstant spielen, dass sie nicht sterben.
So, ne, mit dem ich war gerade so konzentriert.
Oh mein Gott, Digga, let's go.
Nikai, Oliver 104. Oh, ey, Digga, von FNATIC, der eine Typ hat 8 Assists.
Oha. Oh, na, Nocturne 9. Ding, die haben gerade den Baron gestohlen, ne?
Good job from Sharp, and as a result, Nordovin able to get themselves a little bit out. You see the replay here, so huge amount of CC.
Aber glaub mir, mit Baron da gibt's Blocker ja.
Ja, genau.
Digga, FNATIC hat 11 Kills und 3 Dinger.
And you can look at the side of FNATIC Rising. Health bars just getting consistently.
Oh, Oliver hat den ja geholt gehabt, ne?
No one has gone down, and them being low is kind of irrelevant. And in this play, they could have stopped the damage, but they just pushed the number. You know, you could have done so many different things. Rux could have flashed over and rooted the.
Ah, man, so heftig, wie gut eigentlich wie gut dein Freund ist.
Das ist echt krass.
I just think ultimately it was
2-0-4 gegen Pros, Digga. Und der spielt so gut. Der weiß halt, wie der spielt.
Ja, Mann.
Mal gibi girmiyor.
Der ist halt schlau, Digga. Man sieht es ihm auch an. Immer wenn ich dem sehe, denke ich so, Digga, 200 IQ-Player safe.
Wenn man mit den abwechselnd eine Wahl spielt, ne, dann in 10 Sekunden Mimik.
Der sieht sogar in Real Life aus wie ein Pro-Player. Der sieht einfach so aus, Digga.
Hat der Brille an?
Nein, aber er sieht so wenn man den sehen würde, ich wusste direkt, der ist ein Pro-Player, Digga. Ich hab's direkt gewusst.
Yeah, I still think he's a little bit rough in the fight, and looks like he's getting one brought to him. No help coming in on this one.
He tries to go for the big flash.
Oh, Kalista, Digga, pick den komplett weg. Der Kalista ist so geil, gell. Ah, Digga.
Kalista, guck mal, wie seine Stats anhaut hat. 5-1-4.
Guck mir mal gleich an, wie der die holt, Digga. So geil.
Doing what he can to defend. He does have the support of Rux nearby, and I don't think we'll have an overcommit. Ericsson caught out. That's a great encore that bounces off Ericsson.
Jetzt gucke ich.
And Maxi will pick up another kill, his 5th of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they're just walking around the map, picking people from Nordwind off.
Sieht voll sexy aus, wie Kalista immer rumspringt. Ich liebe das.
Hey, wie kann er denn so rumspringen eigentlich?
Ja, das ist die Fähigkeit von der. Immer wenn die eine Attacke macht, kann die springen.
Digga, der hat den so aufgenommen, der jede Attacke dann so eine Art Scorpert gewählt.
Ja.
Kalista und Oliver nehmen halt mies Hops, ne? Eigentlich nehmen alle Hops.
Die spielen sau konstant, Digga, die haben die Runde safe gewonnen eigentlich.
Digga, ich dachte, jetzt kommt eine Stunde Runde lang. Jede Mittaggastunde können wir jetzt gleich wieder zocken gehen.
Safe dachten die das auch. Safe dachten die das aber auch. Guck mal, komplett gefickt. Komplett. Ja, die haben gewonnen. Hier, safe. Safe.
Kann man nicht mehr verlieren, wenn man das verliert, dann springt er aus dem Fenster.
Ich wenn die so konstant weiter spielen, easy gewonnen eigentlich. 17:3. Ja, safe gewonnen. Ja. Digga, wie schnell die Runde ging, gell? Ja, die ging erstmal 40 Minuten fast. Nicht mal. 35 Minuten lang ungefähr.
Inshallah, da ölmez Oliver.
Ja, bisher 0 Tode, Digga. Der Beweis ist so krass gerade.
Guck mal, 308, die Kai 270 Minions. Nein, mehr.
Der beweist sich richtig gut, Digga. Appreciated, Digga. Was? Das macht gar keinen Sinn, egal.
Aber den hier Supporter ist auch geisteskrank. Wir gönnen dir 008, 0012.
Ja, Mann.
So muss ein Supporter sein. Wie ist der abwechselnde Warner Ninja? Weißt du, wie Supporter ist? 7 Tote, aber 12 Assists. Ne bokuna yarıyor.
Ich schwör's dir.
Und noch, er hat 200 Minions getötet. Er tötet Minions, unser Supporter. Oder da war. Guck mal, den E-Sportler-Supporter an. Nur 40 Minions getötet.
Ja, dem, wenn du mal ein bisschen Rank hochkommst, dann haben wir auch gute Spieler relativ. Nicht perfekt, aber relativ gute Spieler.
In einem Jahr sind wir Ding. Challenger.
Wahrscheinlich. Ja, man muss das Spiel studiert haben mit den Charakteren. Aber ich muss sagen, als ich gespielt habe, ich konnte alle Charaktere gefühlt und dann sind halt so viel neu gekommen.
Ja, können wir gleich aufhören schon zu gucken, Medium.
Ja, die haben gewonnen schon, die haben geguckt, die finishen. Ja, GG's, Digga, ich schwör. Einfach geil, Mann. Ich schreib dem jetzt.
Sag dir mal, dass wir dachten, dass die Runde lang dauert und ihr die Hops genommen habt. Geil, der hat 5 Kills, 10 Assists.
Felt like they didn't miss a beat with that Fev even being on the roster, and it's kind of, it's not super important. I know them getting into the position, sort of getting that win is valuable by all means, securing that first place spot. But I feel like the fact that we're seeing them in this good form against Nordwind, who are another playoffs team, is a good omen for how playoffs are going to go. So honestly, all I can really say is I'm feeling confident about FNATIC. Nordwind, still some question marks.
Kai?
Ja?
Bitte, Digga. In 30, 20 Minuten Runde, bitte.
When it comes to a win, it's just FNATIC look like they don't have to work for it. Whereas a lot of teams, they do look like they have to work for it. Even Tricked look like they have to work for their wins. FNATIC, when they win, it very rarely looks like they have to work for it. And I think that is good omens going into
Wer spielt denn danach eigentlich?
Especially for European Masters. We're going to go to a short break.
Ja, Baba.
Analyst desk should have an interview with someone from FNATIC, and we'll also break down that game a bit further.
Jetzt spielt Riddle Kai gegen Kova irgendwas.
Okay, ich glaube, der FNATIC spielt nicht mehr, glaube ich.
Nein, die spielen immer nur eine Runde Kai, danach kommt Runde 2. Ich will noch zuhören, ob die was sagen für den Oliver.
So gefickt, Digga. Ey, Digga, richtig gut, Mann. Richtig gut.
Digga, ich sitze hier erstmal seit 20 Minuten gefühlt, Digga, ohne.
Es war bis heute definitiv einer der krassesten Momente in meiner E-Sports-Karriere. Eigentlich war die Sache gelaufen. Wir hatten in der ersten Hälfte brutal kassiert und waren echt am Boden. Aber genau das sind die Momente im Leben, in denen sich alles entscheidet.
Ja, Mann, ich werde auch, wenn ich Kaugummi kaue, zu einem Pro-Player, Digga.
No, okay.
Reklam war gerade sozusagen.
Deine Kollegen denken, Fairness ist ein Männerclub?
Anna, bitte bile, nichts kommt.
Deine Kinder
Ja,
wollen
ja,
noch
das ist vorbei,
mehr
doch, da kommt noch was.
Deine Eltern unterschätzen dich? Verliere nicht die Nerven.
İlkay chatte biliyor musun ne yazıyorlar?
Was denn?
Für mehr Gelassenheit und Glück.
Dajo Interview, go, Dajo, best KD in NLC ever.
Boah, geil, Digga. Digga, nice.
Dajo, easily MVP. Dajo ist gleich MVP. MVB.
Ja, Dajo ist ein Goat, Junge.
Musst stärker um alles kämpfen.
Wow, Dajo, so gut. Interview, die wollen ein Interview mit Dajo. Ey, bitte. Ey, bitte, die mal ein Interview.
Jetzt nichts verbauen.
Du musst.
Du musst gar nichts.
Ich will erstmal wissen.
Guck mal, Chat, Dajo, Interview, please. Ey, bitte. Ey, das wäre so geil, wenn der jetzt Interview macht, ne?
Das wäre so geil.
Die wollen alle Interview wegen. We all love Dajo. Digga, was haben die? Was heißt MVP? Was heißt MVP?
Ich wusste es, ich hab's vergessen.
Digga, der hatte 5 Kills und 10 Assists oder so, Ilkay, natürlich.
Und der hatte 0 Tode.
Ah, ist gar kein Problem.
Machen bitte, der soll ein Interview machen, ja. Dann höre ich auch seine Stimme. Wann kommt denn was?
Frag nicht, Digga, keine Ahnung. Aber der Ding, das ist fertig mit die nächste Runde spielt Riddle gegen Kova.
Interview yok mudur? Schade. Keşke chat'i görseler. Alle wollen Interview von Dajo. Ich würde denen auch gern zuhören. Guck mal, Chat, alle schreiben Interview.
Ey, Digga, so krass gut gespielt, Alter. Ich will mal, dass der Handy guckt.
Bakmaz lan, der ist gerade unter Schock, Digga.
Die haben aber schon mies kassiert, dieses NVD. NDV hat mies kassiert.
Dajo 25.
Was mit dem haben gerade? Dem haben gerade 2200 Zuschauer zugeschaut.
Hat der, denkst du, der hat Dajo, denkst du, Twitch?
Natürlich.
Wie heißt der denn da? Das heißt Dajo einfach, oder Dajo?
Ja, der streamt aber nicht safe.
Ich will gucken, ob der streamt hatte. Der hat keinen Stream. Der hat keinen Twitch. Nein, Nika, der hat keinen Twitch.
Was soll die reden?
FNATIC Rising take themselves a pretty convincing win. Let's if all in all, to be completely fair, new mid laner didn't really seem to kind of upset the apple cart too much.
No, he seemed pretty damn good and honestly landed quite a few.
Oh, jetzt kommt Dajo safe.
Like, kind of just team fight winning and eventually game winning encores from start to finish. So Dajo honestly pretty strong.
Die reden gerade über ihn.
But in general, FNATIC as a team still just looked
Oh,
exactly
Digga.
the same, which I think is definitely the most important thing. You integrate a new mid laner so late into a split.
Die sagen gerade, Dajo hat richtig gut gespielt und so und war richtig starker Midlaner, dies, das.
So we're gonna bring him in. Congratulations on your win. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I'm feeling
Oh,
so happy right now.
Good. So obviously it's a pretty good time to become a new player on, you know, quite a prestigious team who have a pretty good reputation here in the NLC. What has the integration process been like? How has everything gone?
It's going super great. Everyone is so helpful and nice to me. I'm really grateful for this chance I get, and yeah, it's going well.
So let's talk about playoffs, because you're in playoffs. That's all sorted.
Ey, du glaubst nicht, ich gerade grinse, gell?
Right into the thick of it.
Ich grinse die ganze Zeit, ich kann nicht auf.
How confident are you feeling going into playoffs and with your team?
Ja, wir kommen mal schnell.
Right now, after this game, I'm pretty confident. I was a little bit nervous in this game.
Oh mein Gott, Digga.
Schnell. But after this game, yeah, I think now I'm
ready to move on. Mate.
I want to ask a bit about just yourself as a person and as a player. You know, you're into the scene. Tell us a bit about like where you came from, teams you're playing for, and just more about yourself.
So my name is Oliver Ripper. I was in 404 Academy team, a multi-gaming Academy team, Division 3 in Prime League.
Oliver Ripper.
Yeah.
Who'd you like to play? What champions are we looking out for? Are you a Seraphine one-trick? Probably not Seraphine one-trick.
Es war seine erste Runde.
No, I'm not a Seraphine one-trick. I like support to play
Ja, die haben dich voll gefickt.
My most liked champion is probably Silas, and I play the Ryze. I think I play like everything a little bit. Yeah.
Flexible champion. So one last question: you're playing versus Tricked in the upper bracket. How have you watched too much of the league? What do you think of Tricked?
I haven't watched too much, honestly, but I think they're a pretty good team, and I'm hyped to play against them.
I am hyped to see you play against them, mate. Congratulations on your first win. I am so excited to see how you do with this team, and we'll speak to you later. Right? See you later.
See ya.
All right. Well, I think it's Chamada.
So geil, Digga, ich schwör, so geil.
Geil, Digga.
I'm on the desk.
Ja, der hat einfach alles geschafft im Leben, Alter.
How's working today? All right. I'm in control of this. So,
ja, Mann.
fight on our screen. Mid-lane fight.
Egal, wie alt ist Oliver?
Ja, 18, so wie ich ungefähr.
I think they've been doing a pretty good job to at least keep the gold somewhat relative. Obviously 3k at 22 minutes.
Ey, der sieht wirklich aus wie ein Pro, ne?
Sag ich doch.
Der kann aus wie ein Motherfucker. Der war mies nervös, ne? Der ist wie die ganze Zeit so links und rechts gemacht.
Ja, der war Todes, Digga, normal, aber.
Der war so nervös, dass er mich die ganze Zeit links und rechts gemacht hat.
It kind of initially was. Both the teams kind of jostling around mid. It's to do with the fact that the dragon is spawned, so both the teams, they don't really want to give. I think this is the sole dragon, so Nordvin don't necessarily want to give it up, and FNATIC, they're also here posturing to make sure that they can actually fight for it. And you can see, fight kicks off.
Alter, auf jeden Fall GG's, der hat alles im Leben geschafft, Mann. Auf jeden Fall, Digga, gönn ich dem mies.
On the Seraphine, and then also Ericsson, he's right here with the
Gut gespielt auf jeden Fall, Digga.
Where the ball actually is, but you're gonna see both of these mid laners
ja, schaut er erst später mal meinen Stream, wie wir reagiert haben und so.
Ends up being 3-4 people, and honestly, if Nordvin, the closer in gold, or Ericsson has a couple more items, or the full up is just quite frankly there, Nordvin could have won this fight. But FNATIC are so far ahead, no one can kill the Mundo. As you can see, he's practically full HP in the mix of all of this. Ericsson's being forced out, he's exhausted. Kerberos over here.
Hey, ich hab das miese Gefühl grad, gell?
Ja,
allein was er schon anhatte, gell? Was er schon anhatte, war so schon geil.
Ja, Mann.
Kam E-Sportler-Kleidung.
Dejor didn't die, so he's giving everybody sustain back. And quite frankly, Nordvin just kind of have to run for the hills. But the back of that fight, the ramifications of that fight, is that FNATIC took even more control of the game than what they were kind of already having.
And the ramifications of that game is FNATIC don't have to worry about tiebreakers now. They've got that win, they are locked into first over in Group A.
Ja.
Group A.
Digga, Buga hat ja so einen neuen Skin bekommen, ne? Voll cringe, sein Skin.
Ich hab den Modus schon gespielt, ne? Das verscrimmte, diese verscrimmte Game.
Ja, vielleicht guck ich, keine Ahnung, ob ich noch vorlese. Aber sein Skin ist so cringe irgendwie. Keine Ahnung.
Ich beende mal Stream und starte neu, Digga, damit das als Watching My Pro FNATIC Real Life Mate abgespeichert wird.